if they don't want them, then you're kind of screwed. So, but anyway, we said, okay, cool. We ran back to the cage, and as we ran to the cage, he was gone. So my fiance said, what the hell just happened? And we looked around, and somebody had already adopted him, and they put him in another cage. Within 2 minutes, so my fiance was really, really bummed. And, she's like, it sucks. I was like, but, what can you do? I was like, that's just the way our luck's been going lately. And we looked at a couple houses that are actually in a price range that they can't say to us you can't get, because it's not only below our price range, but it didn't have any HOA fees. That's what they are. Never get that right. So the HOA fees were actually killing us apparently, because I don't know, it's a whole mumbo jumbo crap. But we found ones that didn't have any, and we found ones that were actually below our what we were going to get. So my fiance and I were like, hey, you know what, we got a shot. But I said, you know what, let's look at them, check the neighborhood and see what they really look like on the outside before we call the real estate lady that we talked to and have her let us look on the inside. Because two of the ones that we wanted were actually really cheap, and I was like, there's a reason they're cheap. I was like, there's probably a lot wrong with them. But, you get the house, you fix it up any way you want, you work your magic on them. We went to go see one house because my fiance wants a front porch, which is cool because front porches are cool. And we looked at it and we went to the house, and it was shot. I mean, there's no way. I told him, I was like, even if we, even though it's below our budget, we would not only blow our budget fixing it, but we'd go way over, the amount. I was like, we'd be fixing that for like 70 years trying to fix that thing. The roof was like caved in a little bit. The backyard was like a huge slant. The gutters were broken in half. The door was like hanging off. I was like, oh my God. And yet the photos made it look really nice. They must have got it from a different angle or a satellite or something, because it was totally shot. And the other house we saw yesterday, it looked like it needed a haircut. It was just covered in just shit. Like leaves were all, all right, granted, you're in the woods, leaves are going to fall, no big deal. But this was, you couldn't see the house under all this stuff. Put it that way. And the front steps were broken. Everything went. I was like, oh my God. And my friend's like, I don't even want to look inside. Gizmo, she's going crazy. She's like, I don't even want to look inside. And she was like fed up. And I found a house that I really wanted to take a look at. And even though it needs a lot of work, that's for sure, but it has a lot more to offer than what we were looking at. The houses we were looking at all had like 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. That's like the minimum we want to go for. And what the hell was it? Like the house that I found was 7 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, a full basement, an attic, and like 2 bonus rooms. And it was still in our budget. And I'm looking at them like, there's something totally wrong with this. There's got to be. Because the neighborhood didn't look that bad. The 2 houses to the side of it were, the one on the right was $200,000 and the one on the left was $190,000. The one we were looking at was $60,000, which is pretty much our budget for right now anyway. And I said to my friends, I was like, yeah, we're looking at the photos because they had a lot of photos. It had a wraparound porch, had a huge like garage thing. It had a lot of land. And yeah, but it needed a lot of work. Some of the photos, they were missing windows. A couple like stuff in the kitchen, like the cabinets were hanging down. But it would look like it was all minor stuff. So I told her, hopefully this week we're gonna go take a look at it, because I said to her, it's being bad again. I said to her, I was like, if we can get it less than 60 grand and use the rest of the money we have to fix it little by little, it's worth it, because it's a lot more property, it's a lot more rooms. And I told her the main thing you gotta look at is just electric and plumbing. If that's all good, everything else can be fixed bit by bit. I guess what's being weird. Anyway, thanks for letting me ramble. That was about it. That's the catch up to speed. And I'm trying to upload videos. I know they're coming either a lot of them at one time or one bit by bit, and that sucks, but it's just the way that the damn thing will let me load it. It takes forever. Like a 20-minute video like this, it takes friggin' 6 hours to load it up for some reason, because the Time Warner sucks ass. Their internet that I have is just ridiculously slow, and it just pisses me off. But yeah, this week we got stuff to look forward to. We got Walking Dead, we got Arrow. I'm actually enjoying Sleepy Hollow and S.H.I.E.L.D. a lot, so I'm gonna keep on watching those. Gizmo, found a bag. Anyway, I'm not gonna do any Gizmos picks today because he's being a little bastard and he's not gonna. The dag's getting the better of him. Plus, this video is long enough as it is to tell me about my real estate problems. But anyway, appreciate everyone watching, taking the time to watch this show, and even though Gizmo's being bad, I'll show more of them down the line. And it's not the size you make it that matters, it's what you have in it. Later.